Okay, here we go. Back at it for round 2. This time, hopefully, gonna make a bit more progress on those actuators. And if I'm lucky, maybe, just maybe, putting those side plates on, which means these little things. So, let's see how we go. First off, get you back over here. This is old mate. This is who we are building. And got my work cut out for me, to be quite honest. Let me get my bearings for a second here. I said that I was going to mount the last of the actuators. I did plug those in. I remember that being a huge pain in the backside. That because the model, the size that it is, just trying to fit my hands in there is not easy. And then I also need to calibrate their initial positions. I feel like there are a lot of ways that this could go wrong. So let's go take a look at the code just quickly and suss out exactly what the initial positions were. So the initial servo locations initialize the stateful at their midpoint. So for all the way, we're setting it to halfway. Okay, yeah. Is this going to be defined anywhere? I feel like I might have jumped the gun on that one. Yeah, I think so. Do that. Right. Yeah, okay. So these are the 5010s. Yeah. Need to be controlled accordingly. So we're going to try and initialize everything to the halfway point, which I think for most things is going to be fine. Oopsie daisies. Servo limits. Let's have a quick look at that. Because back up here. Do that. That is going to be conserve. Well, what is it? 182, 91. So maybe we just write 91 for that. 91 in the middle. This one's going to be 33, 16, 86, 87. Change that back to 90. And then you would be 45, 85 is 42, so that's 97. $95, 175 is 80 is 135. And then for these guys, yeah, these are the ones that we haven't tested yet, so let's make you 90. Let's make you 100. Let's make you 90. Let's make you 100. And that should hopefully be enough for everything right now. See how that goes. Then as we initialize, we're going to have to step through each of these. So we're going to have to, rather than setting initial angle here, we don't actually need that because we know in this instance that we're iterating through everything. Like we shouldn't need protection in this case. We should know that we've got. Yeah. That should be. Okay, so all of these then get set to their initial values. Let's try. There we go. Everything goes to its midpoint, which is what we want. Everything else should have gone to its midpoint as well. So that means I should now be able to... Well, that's actually pretty good. A lot of these have kind of aligned with the mounting points without me having to really do anything. So I'm going to leave that actually, because we take those wins when we get them. Now, what servo is this? This is servo number 5. So servo number 5, you're good. Really curious to see if this actually moves anything. The servo 5 is currently yeah, it's meant to be yaw. I really don't see how that's actually going to move the way that we want it to. Bit of a worry, to be honest. Do first is see if I can put this in. Something I'm gonna have to come by and fix later, I think. And I could just feed a little bit of like a cable tie or something through it, see if that works. Could be good enough for our purposes. Just maybe. Okay. So, get you going through here, shall we? Meant to get this to line up. It's ridiculous. Bugger. See what happens if I just try to move that motor just a little bit. So, 4, 5. The way this works, but okay. Between 20 and 180, which means it should be at 100 now. So if I set it to 95, let's see what happens. There's the weirdest high-pitched noise coming from this whole thing. Whole assembly. Meant to be 6? Not crazy. I feel like I'm losing track of which servo is which one. Number 5. Oh, you're 5. I've been controlling completely the wrong thing. That means when a good default for you. Over you. That means 105. 5. So servo 5. should really be 105, is kind of the default. Then servo 4, which I set to 90. And that is that. That is this one. That's number 6. Right, okay. What happens if we move 6 then? Servo 6. Okay. I have no idea what that's meant to do or why it's important. So we're just going to leave it and hope that it doesn't matter. The very next thing then is extending this extending, which yeah, that's 6. I'm really drawing that so that I remember it. I can have with a drawing utensil. So I am going to go on the side of these, just because I keep forgetting. That's 6. The other one I was fiddling with was 4. And that's 5. This is servo 5. And then this one, I have no idea what that one is. Maybe, what number are you? You look like a number 4, to be honest. Yeah, that's it. This is a number 4. That means if I go and I set number 4, Cool. And then if I set it all the way to 180, cool. That's all the way in. And the last thing it needs to do Ooh, that's bad. You're applying so much pressure. Yeah, that nearly could have ripped the whole thing apart. That's not good. Okay, so before I do the rest of this, get you out of the way first. That's pretty good. Maybe if we set it to 90? So Servo 4 being at 90, I think is actually a pretty good default. Where this is right now. Let's go plug that in. Let's put one of you back in here. It's the wrong one. None of these want to fit. This one will do. That leaves us with the very lucky last one. It's also unfortunately going to require a little bit of gluing. see if I can do this. I mean, there's some over there, which I can use. There we go with that. About it. I think. Whoops, I got a delivery. Second. Okay. See if we can get 5 to shrink in a little bit. Five's currently, yeah, at 105. See if we can bring it into, say, 95 or something. Okay, that's pushing it out. We actually want closer to 115, I think. guess the big thing is we've got to put this on. So this side plate goes and sits over the top. And then on that, I'm meant to put these little clips to try and hold him in place. See how well these work. Oops. I mean, that worked pretty well until it popped out. Whoop. That wasn't too crash hot. So if I should just glue these in. So I sort of run the risk of breaking the model if I do that. Okay. He's got one side on, that's good for now. Hey Master Killerman. Away. Good to see you, my dude. An angry eyeball. It is a very angry eyeball. That's exactly what it is, man. Good catch. That is exactly what it is. Oh my god. Let me get this thing working. It's the other bit. Thank you kindly. Yeah, look, it's been not too bad, to be honest. Working on projects, mostly dicking around with this thing, trying to get it working. Yeah, making variable amounts of progress. But we're gonna get there, man. I'm been working on this about, I'll say, 2 months, and you know, I haven't spent a few hours on it every week, but slowly but surely, building up exactly what you described. Big portal core. So, yes and no. The interface that I've got for this has a combination of things. So you can kind of see on screen there are these compound movements. There are these things like glance up, glance side, that sort of thing. So those movements can be pre-programmed. There are other components which are not pre-programmed. So I am, as an extension to this project, I am going to try and give Wheatley a brain. I'm going to try and give him an actual personality. I'm going to try and hook him up to AI. And I'm going to see if I can get him to basically trash talk while I play games. So this animation that you're seeing it run through now is kind of a basic health check. It's sort of telling me that the system is running normally. And then I'm going to have a combination of pre-programmed movements, like you described, and a more dynamic system which will be able to respond to whatever the AI wants to do. Yeah. So that's where all the experimentation comes in. Truthfully, part of the reason why I wanted to do this project was I wanted to learn a little bit about LLMs, AI, like just the current state of things. So I don't really know exactly what model I'm going to use, how many parameters, all the rest of it. I've got a few candidates, I've played around with it, like I know that it'll work. But yeah, in terms of the specifics, still figuring it out. So much work has gone into just getting this hunk of junk to actually move. But we're getting to the LLM bit soon, so yes, we will do that. I had a great big bloody file. It is something. What do I do with it? So much crap. Look. There we go. Yeah, I don't think, look, for my purposes, I probably don't need to find, I probably don't need to build one from scratch, truthfully. The most important thing for this project is just to have a bit of fun with it, really. So I'm kind of going to get Hello World, Hello Wheatley program working, something which gets this sort of looking at chat, looking at what's happening on the screen, and responding appropriately. And then I'll just have a bit of fun with it. Maybe we can make a bunch of different personalities. Maybe we can make like a personality for each color. And maybe I can expose some sort of API for chat to control which personality is currently active. That sort of thing. Really just trying to have fun with it. Meanwhile, I am covering my entire desk in plastic. I can get these things filed down. Absolutely. Yeah. So that sounds like a good plan. I've had a muck around with Llama and a few of the other sort of basic kind of model hosting platforms. I've had a look around Hugging Face and that sort of stuff. Absolutely something on the cards. One of the things that I was really hoping to replicate with this is there was a demo that I saw a while ago which I was really impressed with, which was this company called Sesame AI. And they basically had end-to-end over the browser a conversational agent responding to you with proper kind of human phatic expressions and everything with a latency of around 300 milliseconds. It was crazy. So I'm sure there's a lot of streaming tricks and stuff that happen under the hood there. But I was really impressed with that model and what was capable. And that was 3 years ago. So I'm hoping as a mere consumer, we can get, probably not there, but close. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, look, all of these things, it's just a matter of time, right? It's just a matter of like, getting my tea back. It's just a matter of time and effort, but that sounds like a lot of fun. If you've got more details or anywhere I can learn about that, you let me know, because all of this is a learning process, this whole toy project. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played with deep cons since YOLO. How cool. How very, very cool, man. Do say hello. Do be a good chap and greet the crowd. Absolutely wild. What a wonderfully positive fellow. Isn't that good? That's very cool, man. And so, if you don't mind me asking, what was the effort to put together your Falcon Llama 3.1 with a custom T5 tokenizer? How good? How good? And so you must have access to some semi-decent hardware, right, for running inference and fine-tuning? Yeah, nice, yeah. Golang's your API, right? NVIDIA L4, outrageous. Outrageous. I am jealous, but also admiring. So that sounds like a huge amount of fun. That's exactly the kind of thing I'd love to learn more about. That's very, very cool. You have my admiration. I hope you go further with this project. Tell me now, what's the goal with Matrix 1? Have you kind of achieved everything you wanted to with it, or have you got more plans? Nice. Nice. Yeah. I wonder if... Yeah. Might be worth another look. Might be worth another look. The only NVIDIA GPU I own at the moment... I have a pretty beefy MacBook Pro, but the only NVIDIA GPU I own at the moment is 4080 Super, which is... doesn't have the VRAM to do anything too crazy. How good. Well, I hope that you do. I hope that you do. This thing's never going to have legs. I'm sticking this on its monitor and it is staying there. But it will probably have a personality. And vision capabilities. Wonderful, wonderful. You know what I started playing around with recently, which I was kind of excited about? Apple's new VLM. It's actually quite good. The little kind of visual language model interpreting images. Quite fast for its size, very performant. I think they're really pushing the envelope on trying to run that on mobile and things. Yeah. Do you know of any comparable open source alternatives? Anything kind of... I ask with a vested interest, of course. I hope so. I'm excited with how quickly things are moving. I'm also intimidated. I feel like anytime I learn something about machine learning, the LLM sort of space in general, as our conversation is an example of, I feel like I'm drinking from the fire hose. Like, just so much is happening so quickly. But it's very, very cool. Very, very, very cool. Thank God I picked the right end. Alright, come here, you. Don't blink too hard, you might fall to bits. Ooh. How do I put you? Ooh, that'll do it. Okay, how do I... I'm gonna get you to lean forward. This whole thing's gonna be so clunky. Oh, bloody good. So tell me, man, what resources did you use to get started with fine tuning and work through your project? Where'd you start? You gonna fit? Tell me you are going to fit. Come on. Oh, you're not gonna fit, are you? Oh man. Oh wait. I think that might have worked. Don't jinx it. Do not jinx it. That is ridiculous if that works. That is absolutely absurd. Started with research. That's true. There's no skipping the hard yards, is there? Sometimes you just gotta buckle down and just learn. Then I chose Space Models, Falcon, and Llama 2.0 initially, then started coding a custom tokenizer based on the BERT T5 model, and finally I created some datasets to feed the model. How good! I am going to be doing some frantic Googling on tokenizers after this to learn all the wonderful things I don't know, which is a lot. How do I put you in the thing? And then it's just a matter of training. Are you being euphemistic there? Just a matter of training? As I've heard that there's a lot of art in how you train a model, but then again, I wouldn't know. I have never done it myself. Amir. Oh, are you in? Hey, I think you're clipped on. Okay, that means I need to do the other side of this. This is ridiculous. It took about 3 months for the first prototype since I started the project. How good, man? How good. That's a lot of fun. And had you done anything like that before? It has already been 2 years since. Wow. Wow, that's very cool. Very, very cool. Ooh, that didn't plug in. Oh man. Well, very good to meet you, man. I'm very excited to hear about your project. That sounds really, really cool. And the fact that you have done that over 2 years ago, it's a lot of fun. Okay. Did I just clicked on properly? Have I? Oh man. Yeah, gosh, it's moved fast, hasn't it? I sort of feel bad sometimes for the old kind of signal processing engineers, the people who I was born on March 18th, 2023 at 14:16:32 military time. That is a lot of fun. I tell you what though, one small request I have, or whatever model I do end up using, I wouldn't mind him having, her or it or whatever, ends up having a bit of grit, a bit of edge. Your model's wonderfully polite. Whatever brain I end up giving this thing, I sort of want it to be maybe not annoying, but a little bit irreverent. Alright. How do I get you back in them? How do I get you? Okay, first off, You come back here so that I can actually... Alright, get in there. This thing is way bigger. Yeah, well, see, there's two different extremes of models. There's like the incredibly polite, sycophantic version, and then there's the like every darkest urge of humanity poured into, singular malice. And what I would like is probably somewhere right in the middle. It's annoying, but not annoying enough to be shut down. How do they do this? Okay. All right. Oh, that's looking moderately promising. Okay, I think I can do this. Special module for Makins from Matrix 1, an empathy and emotions module. Empathy and emotions. Outrageous. Outrageous. Yeah, information theory around LLMs is amazing. The ability to translate everything to vectors is absolutely wild. Have I got the thing for this? Oh, sweet. Ah, aha! There it is. All right, Matrix 1, what do you got? So excited, you say? Oh, the programmed prolixity. It knows no bounds. Let's have a look. I absolutely love being able to offer comfort during tough times or celebrate joyful moments with all of you. Every interaction is a chance for growth and connection, which brings me so much happiness to know I can be here for you as we explore the ups and downs together. Your thoughts, feelings, and experiences matter immensely to me. Ah, I've never felt so validated by a block of text. Very, very cool, my dude. It is a big, brave world. It is a very big, brave world out there, and that is wild. I got one of you. Oh, that's not the thing. Need to find out where these other little plugs go. I don't think you're gonna fit. Nope, that plug does not fit into that thing. Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'm not sure if existentially I'm ready for the number of proverbial G's that humanity is pulling right now. You know the old phrase where people are like, I'm tired of living in interesting times, man. I'm excited. It's thrilling. But holy hell is it a lot. It is a lot. But hey, we should be so lucky, right? What did I even... Okay, I need to empty this a little bit. Because I am just losing track of all my marbles. That goes in there, that goes in there. This goes in there. So many cables. Half of them are in here. Alright. What do we got? Biotech, human engineering, and nanotechs kick in. Yeah. Although my brain automatically goes to like a cyberpunk sort of dystopia. where like, everything becomes about having the latest implants. Are you enhanced, man? Well, if you're not enhanced, you're behind. I hope we come to a more civil future than that. No, we will see. Are you plugging in? I feel like that's meant to plug in and that is not plugging in. Okay, that is not what that is for. Ah, there you are. I know I printed a bunch of these. Gosh, it's insane. I mean, I'm just hoping that it'll cause an explosion of human knowledge across the board, right? People will be able to understand more than ever before. And ask more questions. I keep thinking about something from a Bo Burnham interview where he turned around to the audience and he said, like, kids these days have an impossible choice when they go to sleep between the back of their eyelids or the grand sum of all human knowledge in the palm of their hand, referring to their phone, of course. And it's kind of true. You know, we are so immersed in just everything all of the time. Yeah, strong political. Yeah. Now more than ever, we need good leaders, right? It's very easy. It's very easy to ask for them, and it's obviously very hard to be one. So, I don't know. I think the other thing as well is we're experiencing a lot of things breaking at scale with the pace and speed at which we're moving these days. We're really we're moving faster than our biology has to keep up. Get another handle. Here's the handle. Alright, buddy. Do me a favor and don't blow up on me straight away. Alright, that was close. You didn't pop out though, did you? No, you did not. That's you, that's you. Let's get you up here. That ought to do it. What I'll do is I'll pop this side in first without breaking things. Always without breaking things. Facebook reaches at context. Oh, thanks, man. I will pop that open in just 1 second. Whoop. So that'll be that. Oh, maybe I should just glue that. Might just be the easier way of... How good. Yeah, the bot's gonna have a little eyebrow thing. We're getting there, slowly. Nice. I am gonna click on a few of these. Where are we? So that's that thing, that's that thing. Comp next. How good. Got some reading to do. Nice. Well, thank you, my dude. Thanks for the links. I'm gonna be trying to take a structured approach to this and just learning bits and bits as I go. Super optimized models. Oh, good. Transfer detection, segmentation. How good. Image classification. Nice. Only 200 million parameters for the biggest ones. Wow. Okay. That seems wild to me. Nice. Avoid the Excel model. Okay. Okay, noted. Noted. Yeah. Gosh. So many things to keep track of, honestly. Another one of these. Where is... The other side of this is this thing. I need to glue you on, I think. It's probably the only way I'm going to get around this. Let's see if we're gonna get a little bit. Otherwise, I might need to go find a bit more glue. Yeah, I don't think there's any left in that. That is a shame. Completely exhausted it. Have more. Do I have more? Somewhere around here. Be nice to get the actual plug out of this, but I don't think there's a way for me to do that. The other one broke off. Yeah, there's no way in hell I'm getting that off. Probably do. Let's just squeeze a little bit of stuff in there. Y3 VLM. How good. Really cool, man. I'll have to give this a try. A100, A6000, H100. I know one of those cards. I think that's the big Blackwall card, isn't it? Or is it B100? Hopper? So is that the Grace Hopper card? No, they're the huge ones. A100, A6000. Wow. Oh, okay, okay. So for the quantized models, you don't need that. Nice. That is very good to know. Dude, so much information. How do you keep up with it all, man? I mean, I feel like I need to be enhanced just to try and keep up with the current pace of things. All right, that'll be here for a sec so I can give you a proper eyeball. Going in there. You pop on top. Just get a good custom web scraper. Better yet, an AI scraper agent, and you should be good. Yeah. Actually, you know what? With the way that agents are these days, I probably have no excuse in that department. But hey, baby steps. I feel like I'm behind the curve on this. Very much learning as I go. Okay, so definitely not done, but we have ourselves the basic version of a portal core. Now, one of the things I was hoping to do, we'll get to this. Oh, okay. I have got some reading ahead of me. FireVision 3.5. That is very cool, man. We got that. Comp next. I'll hold on to those things. There's a flow that I'm thinking of devising, and you know, the best way of doing this, I'm not super sure, right? So those blinking actuators. Yeah, I've actually slowed it down. I've actually, I've intentionally slowed the blinking down because it was very angry before. Like we're talking, very angry. Very, very, very angry. Blinking. It was move duration. No. Make that as quick as possible. And then random somewhere between, let's make the duration somewhere between 100 and 1,000. Don't want it to be too slow. Or 50 and 1,000. Upload and monitor that. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you make a fair point. This is the hardware that's currently running this, very cheap, because I had no idea how much I was going to commit to this project, if I was even really going to get to the point where I would get to any degree of finished whatsoever. So, very cheap just to get started. I'm hoping if I can get this working to some degree, I might eventually build a little model Gur, which is a character from Invader Zim that you might know. So that'll be down the line. Down the line. So if we go, yeah. Cool, it's a little bit more organic now. He's got some slow movements. He's got some, got some fast twitches. He's got some slow twitches. All right, so Yeah, this is C-Line, so I'm not using VS Code at the moment. This is one of those JetBrains products, and I mostly just use it because I'm already in that ecosystem for other reasons, and also just because of embedded stuff. I didn't really. It's the first time I've done embedded. Yeah, I like it. Look, it's good. I think the main thing for this though is platform I/O. So there's a little tool or a little plugin of tools, which I only discovered quite recently, called Platform I/O, and it just simplifies the whole kind of embedded build process substantially. It automatically detects the serial connection for the embedded device that I want to work with, and it automatically configures all the like target architecture stuff. Yeah, so I have a Gemini key. I might give that a go actually. The Flash Coding Agent Copilot. Yeah, that's an idea. That's an idea. I definitely will consider that and give that a go. Otherwise, what's the next plan from here? So, yes, yeah, very quick, small investment, high payoff. So what do we got? We got actuators 4 to 7, mounted and moving. I said I'd do that, and I did do that. So I'm glad to have finally got there. So that's done. And then what else did we say that we were going to do? We said that we're going to do compound movement commands. Probably not going to do that today. We're going to have to come back and give that another go. Whole lerp thing, that's done. Don't worry about that. I'll leave that there as a note for later. Compound movements is the very next thing. So what sort of compound movements were we going to do? So, Master Killer, you might have an opinion on this, but basic flow is going to be actually. I'm going to use Draw.io for this. Let's find Excalidraw a little bit wonky sometimes. So, the main idea is we're going to have an API which is sort of the Wheatley API, which is basically the way. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a 21 chain. What is it? 2182s. I've forgotten the names of the LEDs. Addressable LEDs. And the main reason why I have the animation cycling is just so that I can prove that the code is non-blocking. I really don't want any of the other operations on the hardware to be blocked by the fact that I'm sending another command. So while that's moving, we're non-blocking. So we have this Wheatley API. That Wheatley API can do a few things. Maybe we call it this. Where do we go here? So we go. I'm going to call it the Wheatley Do Things API. And that Wheatley Do Things API is going to give you the ability to do some stuff. It's going to have some actions. It's going to have like a set mode, all these other little bits and bobs. Align that in the left. And so maybe it really actually doesn't even need action performing, it just needs a bunch of actions. So I'd need to probably go over to Gemini or something and just say, give me a list of emotes. One of the things that I was thinking of doing was basically having whatever LLM I use decorate its response with a series of a series of animations, really. So, you know, desired response. I kind of want the LLM to do something like this. You know, it would say, let's see if I can write this out. It would say, "Hello, good sir." And then it might say, you know, I say like, "Very nice to meet you." That sort of thing. I'll take a look at Crew API. Let's have a look. Crew API. What is Crew API? How does one crew? This looks detailed. Give me some examples. What do you do? How do you crew? Oh, different thing. Wrong crew. Other crew. Crew AI. Hey, granular event-driven control. There we go. Okay, gotcha. Hey, learn.crew AI. Very, very cool stuff. So what would we do? This tracing and observability, unified control plane. Right. Very, very cool. So what's the story behind this? Yeah, so what we're saying, mixture of experts, I'm assuming MOE. Mixture of experts environment with an orchestration agent that would be addressable via the API. Yeah, so the thing that I was originally wondering was, you know, how much of the animation do I have on the embedded hardware itself versus just exposing an API for a model to sort of puppet it itself. And I don't know what I don't know, which is most of it. So I'll probably know what the correct answer is after I've done it the wrong way. Yeah, I really think about that for a second. And you can add on top this framework for the optimization of your model of mixture of experts. Let's have a look. Agent ops. So many layers. Ah, cool. So it all plugs into this. Nice. Very cool. So yeah, this is all looking like very useful tooling. Thanks for referring it, man. I think the basic thing that we're looking at doing at the moment, and I might actually see if I can copy this. That's not what I want to do. The basic thing that I'm looking at doing at the moment is we've sort of got, oh god, whole thing. So at some point there's going to need to be a bunch of instructions to old mate Wheatley. These are going to be things like, nod for 3 seconds or something. Or maybe it's just a state where he stays in that animation until otherwise addressed. But all of that is going to need to be generated by something. So I was thinking originally that we would have some sort of compound system. So basically, I have a couple of inputs here. I've got hey, this is a PG-13 channel, Hergasm, I'll have you know. NAN. Yeah, let's check this out. So NAN framework. Yeah, so I think the tooling that I was originally going to work with was, I was thinking about, I have FFmpeg frame grabs. So I have these frame grabs from the game that I'm playing. And if let's just oops daisies. So if I type up here, give me a picture of something. So let's say I'm playing a game. I've got this game, and my little dude is in the game doing a thing. I can grab a frame of that game and pass that over to some sort of VLM. This is me articulating my very naive understanding of things. So the way that you do that, you grab a frame, pass it over to a VLM for analysis. That VLM would then go and take its response along with chat and pass it over to some amorphous thing. I mean, we'd have the personality LLM. So we're sort of feeding in this context. Then we'd also be feeding in. We'd be feeding in chat. We'd be feeding in stuff from chat, which goes into it. And then we might also have an additional source, which might be me talking. So daisies. Thing can go away. So how do I... Ooh. So if I call that speech to text. The thing I was hoping to do was to send all of this to some kind of shared context window. Oh god, it's happening. It's beginning. Outrageous. Hack the planet, Gaz. Also, how cool is it that such a a knowledgeable person as Master Killer just dropped by and found the stream? Very good time. So yeah, feeding in a bunch of context into one kind of central large language model. Then that large language model, I would want it to generate one particular output for me, which is, I'm hoping, if I were to put this out here, that is going to produce, I would hope, a response, which is going to be something like, it could be, I could get it to format it, I could get it to be, let's say, response, and then have it be some kind of templated string. Have it be something like I said before, we've got nodding, hello, good sir. And then ideally, the way that I thought this would work is I would go and strip the actions out of this. into a bout of lift. Seek and you shall find, Gaz. So yeah, have a response and then try to break it out into two different components. We would have two components come out of that, which would be, actions, and then the audio. So the actual text itself would be fed over to, pull this over here. There's one more step that I've missed out on, which is something over here needs to go text to speech. So the content from this needs to be fed into that, which then provides the audio. And then that audio should be played simultaneously with the actions. That's kind of the idea. So I'm going to just shrink myself a little bit so that people can actually see what I'm yammering on about. I don't even need this around anymore. What I might do, go and turn that desk cam off. Desk cam off, you come up here. So yeah, that sort of thing. It's a bunch of context from three sources is how I imagined it would work. Single model for image recognition and analysis, text-to-speech and action chat. No need to have three different models for that. Right. Yeah, that could be really cool. I was thinking as a first port of call, I could fiddle around with just something like Gemini off the shelf and have a play with its sort of multimodal API. I know they've got a conversational API that works reasonably well. That might just be an easy starting point. Plug it into this guy and see how we go. That reminds me, because I am an amateur in just about everything, I've tried to hack together a little DC bias circuit. The reason being is that I want to give the impression that this guy talks. I want to get the impression that this guy is actually responsive or reacting to what he's saying. And there's not a lot of expressiveness in a very basic face. Like I'll be able to make this move and things like that. I'll be able to make him look around. But to really sell the idea that he's talking, I think the intensity of the LEDs need to flicker as he's speaking. So I'm hoping to play the audio through an analog channel on my machine. And then I'm going to feed that to one of the pins that controls the intensity of those LEDs, so that as the audio file plays at the same time, it's going to be pulsing with it. So the intensity of the light will pulse with the sound and really sell the thing that like it's coming from this. It's not just an audio file that's playing over the top, it's coming from this guy. And then I guess the devil's in the details, right? Figuring out when to respond, how to respond. Turn taking. Master Killer, I don't know if you have any good resources for learning about conversational agents and turn taking. I think there's probably a lot to learn. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. I very much am a fan of just getting something working to begin with, even if it's not great. Just getting something working and then refining the bits as far as you care to. So yeah, that's the goal, I guess. I might do something about the power of some of these servos. I think that top one could use a little bit of a boost. So one of the next things I could try and do is I can try and hook up the little DC bias circuit and see how that goes. Well, thank you for the vote of confidence. Yeah, I'm making progress at the speed of my own incompetence. And, you know, maybe, just maybe, we'll get there. Eventually. I'm gonna move you over here. Yeah, I know. I've just been talking to a bot this whole time. Like, it's actually... Are you about to rug pull me? The VLN frame, and then Master Killer showed up. Master Killer. Yeah. I feel a bit like Rene Descartes, you know. The only thing I really know is I think, therefore I am. I derp, therefore I am. Yeah. Okay, so maybe all of this nonsense is really just going to be copy all of this. Maybe all of this is actually going to be that. It's just going to cut out the VLM. That's going to pass over to here, and we're just going to pass that to. We're going to pass that to maybe Gemini multimodal, just as a start. They also have an audio transcription thing built in, so I can stream raw audio as I'm going. That might be the way to do it, I think. And then I think there's a whole orchestration problem around here. You mentioned that there's a whole bunch of agent ops and AI ops tools out there. Something that's running in the back of my head is detecting context rot and knowing when to sort of summarize the last block of context and start a new session fresh and sort of gracefully swap that out behind the scenes. Yeah, I have to think about that a little bit. My days. Alright, let's have a fiddle with this thing. So, the last bit I said I was going to do for today. Through AI plus agent ops for AI agent orchestration, NAN for AI agent. Yeah, sounds good. Oh, good. All right. I've forgotten which. Nice. I've forgotten. What the DACs do I have? ADCs. Maybe I go for pin 36. In 34, that seems to be the go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'll do it. Pin 34. quite limiting, and the agents can't think for themselves in the confines of that automation framework. Yeah. Right. Interesting. Okay, so there's that ground pin, which I can probably access just below. Maybe I should actually hook this up first and make sure it doesn't short out that's the other little detail. So if I turn this thing back on. I was hearing something about some novel concept in LLM land called H trees, I think they were. Maybe was it 11 Labs talking about it? I can't remember. Oh, very cool. Thank you kindly, man. That is very interesting. Yeah, I mean, all of the terms I need help understanding. So, grab this thing. Ooh. So, first things first. I'm going to grab this little camera and I'm going to move it over in front of me. Whoop-ah. See if I can get you over here. This thing, that thing, the other thing. Alright, get scan. What do you see? Go down here, make this a little bit larger. So this is the thing we're looking at the moment. Down a little bit. Very basic little circuit. One of the things I need to figure out whether or not this is going to short circuit. Let's do this. Learning a language is optional as long as one has a logical mind and some notions of Boolean algorithmics. I sometimes have notions of Boolean algorithmics. I'm also a huge fence sitter. So we need an extra tertiary state. This around, shall we? That's better. Alright. Go on you. Oh, we're good? Now, the thing that we said we were going to do was the tip should be signal. And tip. Let's leave. This is tip. Okay. You should try it, Gats. You should try vibe coding. You get further than you think. What do you reckon is the most cost-efficient hardware if I wanted to run decently powerful model locally? If I wanted to reduce the work that the LLM has to do, say I wanted to do some of the VLM stuff locally, or even some of the text-to-speech stuff. Are there any good text-to-speech models out there that can really hold a candle to? L4. Yeah, you mentioned. Are there any good text-to-speech models out there that come anywhere near close 11 labs? Nice. So good. The other thing is, lead and this side of the resistor. Apologies. The last thing I was asking was text-to-speech. If anything is anything comes near to the quality of 11 labs, or something in that ilk, for text-to-speech. Let's see. Nothing else is connecting. Oh, good. Boson AI Higgs audio. That's amazing. Outrageous. Very cool. That's very, very cool. Well, I'm very glad I asked, man, because that's this is something I've been really curious about. I feel like if I were to take the next step from using one big monolithic model to do all the things to having some sort of mixture, I feel like I could have a crack at setting up a little VLM to sample frames periodically. I feel like I could get a decent crack at a like a speech to text, and then also using the context from chat, feeding that in. But in terms of getting it to respond with audio, I've never heard of anything like this, so that's a very cool suggestion. Thank you. I will have a play and see how it goes. And I might just be going and buying a new GPU sometime soon as well. Outrageous. Outrageous how good this is. There you go. Learning a lot already. Bit by bit. Now, I feel like this might not short out the board when I go and plug it in, so let's figure that out. Let's see if... Yeah, that's the right way around. Ooh, shiny. Tesla L4, outrageous. Very cool, man. Very, very, very cool. All right, that's a whole other rabbit hole. That's It's a whole other rabbit hole. But thank you. I will definitely keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep an eye out. So what do we got? This thing connects to the ground pin. Yeah. That should be okay. I imagine if I were to assemble something like that, I'll basically just have an open test bench just kind of sitting on the desk, plugged into whatever board will take it. And maybe just a large desk fan pushing air over it constantly. So this is where we are. Man, the options abound. It's a ground pin. Where is that other ground pin? PIO 21, pin 33. apparently you. That is apparently you. Pop you in there. Hey! Nice. It's amazing how much better cooling gets once you just add ducts. And people will be able to push their ES code in. Oh, good. Alright, so you. And I want this to go to... I want this to go to GPIO 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 34, 35. 34, because that has an ADC on it. Alright, give that a go. I need more sticky stuff. Where's the sticky stuff? There we go. Oh, good. You excited about the future, Gaz? I sure as hell am. Alright, let's do that for now. I think the bottom one has disassembled itself already. Ah, interesting. Wow, okay. I'm gonna have to get some better fixing points. Because after that much motion, the wire that I'm using to hang the hook off the bottom eyelid has actually sheared itself off. So that is good to know. While I was running this thing kind of has a certain number of duty cycles until failure. Fair enough. Fair enough, man. Alright, well, this has been incredibly educational. Oh, Baines. We go attack. Yeah, no, seriously, thank you, Master Killerman, for coming by and saying hi. That's been a huge treasure trove of information. I've got a lot more that I need to dig into. I feel like I'm getting to the point where a lot of what I need to know is I know where to find it, roughly, I think. And so now I just need to kind of work past the practicalities of getting this to be reliable. And so part of the reason why I've got this running is to discover problems like the one I just did, which is how many duty cycles can I get out of the mechanisms that drive the eye and movements before it fails? Because eventually this thing will rip itself apart, but I have no idea how long a timer that actually is. But I know that I need to do something better for the bottom eyelid because that's already detached itself. And the top one's still going, which is interesting. So no, we'll see how long that goes for. Yeah, bit of an odd one. Bit of an odd one. Cool beans. Alrighty. Let's go raid this guy. Thank you kindly for your time, folks. See you again soon.
TTS ones are most fun. Yeah.
Thanks for the raid. I am Invader Jim, and welcome you three lovely people.
Invader Jam. Hello. That's not you. You are Invader Jim. You are not Merlin. There we go. For the raid, hello and welcome. How was your stream? I'm doing good, thank you. I don't know if you're in ad, so I'm just gonna chill for 2 minutes. Okay. Real Life Animatronic Weekly from Portal. No. Weekly from Fallout. From Portal. That's sick.
I've just about had enough of you. Go that way. You keep now functioning within a day.
That's what I'm getting nice. Have I seen you on YouTube? Nice. Double clip, same clip. Hogasm, hello. Incompetence step by step. That's more microcontrol. That's more
me beep boop.
I don't even have macro control. That one. That's insane. That's cool. Do you YouTube? Because I think I've seen something like that on YouTube. An ironically longest sequence of ads. Okay. I'm not buying Audible from buying podcast. Mr. Bolt. That's cool. Definitely need to try and tune in on only YouTube videos today. Oh, today's the stream of today. Be a bit of a nuisance. I was like, it would be kind of cool. I don't know how much motors and stuff, but if you could nudge you, like physically assault you. Together, nice. So will you feed it like video from your game so that it can interpret like, oh, you died, you suck. Back. Little squirt gun. Video camera and chat. Oh shit. That's crazy. It says you're live. Hey. Hi YouTube.